Begin with those new developments in the Stephon Clark shooting. Protesters have now gathered outside the Sacramento police station tonight after the district attorney announced the two officers who shot and killed Clark in his grandparents' backyard last year will not be charged. KPIX 5's Melissa Caen has new details on what led to that decision.
We will not charge these officers with any criminal liability related to the shooting death and the use of force on Stephon Clark.
Ending nearly a year of speculation, the Sacramento DA announced that the two officers who shot Stephon Clark will not be charged with a crime. Terrence Mercadal and Jared Robinette are still being sued in civil court and still could face discipline by the police department. Today, the district attorney walked through the events that led to the shooting.
At a little after 9 on Sunday, March 18th, a citizen called 911 to report that a person was walking down 29th Street breaking car windows.
The final report says Clark smashed the windows of 3 cars. He then ran across the street and jumped a fence. And soon after, a helicopter could see him staring into a home. An 89-year-old man was watching TV inside. Clark picked up a cinder block and threw it, shattering the sliding glass window. He then ran again.
The video starts with Mr. Clark running from that sliding glass door. He then runs and he jumps on, I think it's a trailer, jumps up and jumps over a fence.
At this point, Clark was in his grandparents' yard, but the police didn't know that. He walked around a bit and stopped next to his grandparents' car. Officer Mercadal, who had been searching the area with his partner, saw Clark and ran across the street, shouting,
"Hey, show me your hands! Stop!
But Clark ran behind the house as Officer Robinette arrived. When the police first rounded the corner, Clark was standing behind a picnic table. Here's a picture of that table in daylight. And while he was back there, officers saw something shiny.
Both officers believed that he was pointing a gun at them.
The DA says not only did police believe that Clark had a gun, they said he appeared to be pointing it at them. And Clark was walking toward the officers. Initially, he was behind that picnic table, but had moved in front of it when he was shot.
Show me your hands! Gun! Show me your hands! Gun!
After the shooting, the officers checked to make sure they weren't hit and talked about how to remove Clark's gun. But Clark didn't have a gun. He just had a cell phone. Still, overall, the DA found that officers did reasonably believe they were in danger of being shot.
Was a crime committed? There's no question that a human being died. But when we look at the facts and the law and we follow our ethical responsibilities, the answer to that question is no.
Melissa Caen, KPIX 5.
The DA's report says when Clark died, he had alcohol, Xanax, codeine, and hydrocodone in his system, along with evidence of marijuana and cocaine use. His phone also revealed recent searches for ways to commit suicide by overdose.